The day that you plant the seed is not the day that you pick the fruit. I don't know who said that, even after looking it up. It might have come from my own brain. Something I've been thinking about for a long time and known about for a long time, and something I wish I could tell more people so that they understood it, which is what I'm doing right now, is that everything that is created in the world is done by what can be called the law of the harvest. When you create something, you begin with a seed. And if you think about a real garden with like a carrot seed or something like this, if you understand the life cycle of that seed and how it grows, that it has to be planted, and it has to be planted in fertile soil, and that it has to be nourished and given certain, given nutrients, and it has to be watered, and it has to be cared for, and weeds have to be taken away from it. And then if you continue to think about that life cycle, eventually you get to the point where there can be a fruit, but it always takes some time. And in my knowledge, the radish is the vegetable with the shortest sprouting time. I love to plant radishes in my garden because the little seedling comes up the fastest, and there's something so happy about a little seedling. But it takes about 9 days, and that's pretty fast because all of the other seedlings come up later. Okay, well, I'm not here to talk about gardens per se, but sometimes I know that I had to learn. I was like a starter but not a finisher for a long time, and I actually had a lot of seeds, but I didn't understand how to execute on my ideas and things that I cared about because I didn't understand how to persist through the process. And so when you're thinking about creating things for your own life, keep in mind that it's, when you get worried about how big the project is, just realize that there are the stages of the harvest, and that yes, something's going to happen, but it takes that process, and nothing happens overnight. Okay, you're not going to pick the fruit on the day you plant the seed. Well, this is important to know for your personal life and the things you're trying to create for your personal life, but my focus kind of in these videos and on this channel is thinking about how we can change the world together for the better and bring peace. And again, peace seems like such a huge thing that can't be possible. And doing good in the world. But all things are created with seeds. Bad things are created with seeds. Good things are created with seeds. And in this sense, if you get the idea that you don't know what the harvest is going to be all of the time, and there may be a very long time for the harvest, and there may be some challenges that come, like drought or weeds and things that come before you can get the harvest. And in a real garden, not every seed that's planted gets all the way to the fruit. It's true. But many of them do. And so if you want to put good into the world, think of it as a seed. Put as many seeds into the garden of the world as you can. And think about the good seeds. And that doesn't mean be frantic and do a whole bunch of stuff that you can't handle. But or maybe pay attention to what other people's seeds that they've already planted who might need your help, nourishing them. And if you understand the process, then you know that you can do something like that. And just, again, it doesn't have to be like because you're doing 100 of seeds, but if you plant the seed that you care about, and maybe another one, and maybe another one. Or maybe it's not a big project. Maybe it's just putting your arm around someone. That's a seed. Or if you'd like to have, and especially if you'd like to have a personal relationship with someone, you can't have a huge, deep, trusting relationship with someone in one day. If you can't have peace between two people, But if you think, well, what is a small seed that I can put toward this that would feed it? Or what can I do to feed the seed that may have already been there? And planting as many good seeds as you are able to can never go wrong, because not all of them may get to the fruit, but just keep thinking about it as the seeds that you're planting in this world. Trying to meet new people, trying to learn about other cultures, trying to participate in tree planting days. That's what one of my friends did in his country, was he planted trees. And I can't think of anything better to do than for peace than to plant trees. It may not seem like it's connected to peace, but it's a good seed. And people are going to look out and look at their tree, and they're going to remember seeing all the people that came and helped plant that tree. That's an amazing seed. So don't be afraid to plant seeds, even if you're not sure when the fruit's going to come or if the fruit's going to completely come. That's okay. Think about doing good as planting seeds, and just do those as you're able. And those seeds will take hold. Many of them will. Maybe not all of them, but many of them will take hold. They'll continue to grow. And as time goes by for ourselves and for our children and generations ahead of us, there is going to be the fruit of peace.